Last day driving up to the tower. I'm working today and tomorrow, but I'm gonna spend the night tonight. I've got just the bare bones essentials. Got a sleeping bag and change of clothes. Everything's all hooked up there, so I don't have to worry about it getting crazy cold. The heater's still on and everything. I'll disconnect the fridge sometime tomorrow morning so it can defrost. But yeah, looks like a pretty nice day. Hopefully it's a pretty enjoyable end of the season. It's a shame I never got to see any elk down here. I think I did see one cow elk on the road, the main road, heading back towards Mount Hebron, but I didn't get to see any stags out here like I did last year, but that's all right. Still was a good season. I just love that view. I do hope I get to stop out here again sometime. Look up at the tower in the early morning light. Hopefully I won't be driving a vehicle that screams at me like this one does, though. Second to last day in the tower. It's about, what? Oh, it's just past noon right now. So I'm gonna try and be a little bit better about just recording what's going on, even if nothing's going on, because this is it. This is probably gonna be the last time I work as a lookout. I've already talked to a few people around the district, well, on the district and over in headquarters, that have told me I'm more than welcome to come back next year for another season. And I've told them, I think this is going to be it. It was a really good thing that I had going here, but it's just not what I want to do forever. And I've got a lot of other stuff that I would really like to work towards. And they also said they might try and move a couple things around that I could come back and work here as a botanist or in silviculture, which also would be awesome. I'd love that. But anyway, I think this will be it for being a lookout. So not much left up in the tower right now. I've got my sleeping bag and clothes for tomorrow. I'm going to spend the night up here. I think I've said that like 4 times throughout the past few days. But yeah, just gonna have a nice quiet night up here, trying not to let myself get distracted too much by my phone and stuff. One of the things I'm really working on is these paintings. This one, I hate this one. I started it yesterday because I wanted to do a bigger sized one for the crew at the engine bay down there, and I thought, oh, it'd be cool to do like a shot of a thunderhead over the Butte Valley area. But I don't have any actual photos of that, so I kind of had to mentally splice together some pictures, which I'm not very good without having a direct reference, so didn't turn out quite as well as I'd hoped. So that one's sitting on the back burner. I might come back to that eventually, probably not even while I'm up here today and tomorrow. I am going to finish this one, which that one I'm going to keep. This is a shot of the sky, which I'm going to have the foreground be Ore Mountain. This is a really nice picture that I took near the end of the season last year. I love the lighting and everything. It's going to be really dark up front, and hopefully I can get a good outline of the tower up there, and it'll distract from the inconsistencies with my clouds, but at least this one looks better than that. And this one over here is what I'm doing for the firefighters. I kind of wanted to do something similar to the one that I gave to the guys over at Oak Knoll, where it's the crews actually on the ground doing some burning. So I found this picture posted online by Klamath National Forest. I don't know who it is in the photo, but I'm pretty sure this is actually taken on our district. So I'm working on this right now. It's turning out pretty well. I'm really liking the shading. It's still got a lot to go. I think the most difficult thing is going to be getting the fire down here, kind of burning up that portion of grass and everything, glare. But regardless, it's turning out pretty well. I think they'll like this one a lot more. So hopefully I can get it done to them, or done for them, before I head out of here. Well, It's a little bit later in the day, about 3 o'clock. I think this painting for the fire crew is done. I'm gonna try not to mess with it anymore. I think there isn't a single thing I can do to improve it. I like the lighting, I like the shadows, I like how the smoke looks above the fire. The last thing I did was add a little bit of highlight to the red in the flames, made that a little bit brighter. So I think that is pretty dang good. So I think I'm gonna leave that how it is. Still gotta work on the other ones. Only other thing I kinda wanted to show right now was the lens up on Mount Shasta. When I was visiting someone over the past couple days, they asked if I normally see lens clouds up here, and I don't typically see too much of them over Shasta, but they usually happen in the wintertime anyway, so it's nice to get to capture them when I can. Just a little one. It's still pretty though. I almost wish I'd caught it on the radio, but today the only lookouts that were actually up working were Bolivar, Dutchman, and me. And Bolivar went out of service at around, I don't know, noon or something. They must have just been collecting their stuff. And then they called out of service for the season and headed down. And Dutchman just called out. And I didn't know if they were going to be calling out of service for the season because technically they're on Rogue Siskiyou. They might have been on a little bit longer. But he just called out and said that he's heading down for the season. So that means I'm officially the last man standing. So I guess I'll have the rest of today to myself and I'll be the lone wolf tomorrow. But wow, that's wild. I didn't think that was going to work out. I don't think that was true last year. I think there were a couple people that were still up, but I guess this year it all ends with me. So that's fun. They'll still have to come up and close the lookout officially after I leave, but still, I'll be the last one staffed. That's wild. Got about a half hour left in the shift, so it's been pretty quiet on the radio for a little while, but it's nice and pretty out. One thing that I don't think I've ever really pointed out or even noticed, but when you look at Cedar Mountain over there, you can kind of see how the texture is different and the color is a little bit different. So up at the top, it's a little bit darker, a little greener, and there's a lot more shadows. And then along like that edge, pinching out towards the southern slope, it's a little bit more uniform and tighter packed, a little bit paler, kind of like a sagey green. I think that's the difference between the juniper, which is that smoother one, and then the one at the top is the pine trees. They'll tolerate more higher elevations, but also they want a wetter environment, whereas the juniper will manage with the southern slopes and a lot more heat, a lot more direct sunlight. So that's kind of cool to point out. Now that I see it, you can kind of see where it is on the other mountains too. Like Wild Horse has a patch on the west side. Sharp has kind of the inverse almost. The pines are tucked in on the northwestern slope, and the junipers seem to be pretty dominant on the rest of it. And then over here you just got the burn scars, which mess everything up. But I figured that was worth pointing out. I'd never really realized that. It's cool. Wairika, Ore Mountain, out of service, available, Forest Tone 8. One thing I haven't done in a while is just go down after I've gone out of service and get some nice shots of the tower, which I can't think of a better time to do it. And right now, my last night up, it's nice and quiet, the sky's pretty. You could use a few more clouds, but it's still pretty nice. I won't be down for long. I'll get back up to the tower. I want to see if I can scope out the comets that are supposed to be visible tonight, but that'll be a little while after sunset, so I've got some time now. But yeah. Sure is pretty. Sunset's pretty nice over here. It's a good shot of Shasta. It's only catching a little bit of light right now. The sun is just so far in the southern sky. I'm gonna miss it. It is hard to beat a Siskiyou sunset. All right, well, I don't think I'm gonna get it to line up on the camera even remotely, but there are 2 comets out tonight, and I have been able to see them. They're basically impossible to see with the naked eye, and I'm not even going to try and put the binoculars up to the GoPro. But there's one in the northwestern sky. I forget if that one is Lemon or Swan. I think Lemon is in the northwest sky, and then Swan is in the southwest sky. So I'm going to see if I can get any pictures of them on my phone. And I'll try and upload them here if I can, but it's pretty cool. I can just barely make them out. They only look a little bit different from stars. You can just tell they're a little bit blurrier. Usually they say it's like 45 minutes after sunset that you can see them best, but since I'm at a higher elevation, I think I'm going to have plenty of time to see them, and it's getting quite a bit darker now, so hopefully I'll have a good shot at getting a nice picture of them, but I'll take what I can get. After that, I'll probably just do some star trails at night, get the Milky Way over Shasta one more time. I wanted to catch the sunrise on Shasta as well. I can never get those time lapses just right. The nighttime ones just get too bright at sunrise. But Shasta looks very pretty this morning. I'm glad I got to catch that. Wairika, Ore Mountain is in service for Stony.
Ore Mountain, 0733.
Thank you, Ore Mountain. A little after 1 o'clock right now. I've already started defrosting the fridge. There's still a couple things in there that will be fine. That's taken care of. Heater's shut off. I haven't shut off the stove yet, but I will in a little bit. I don't think there's anything that I need to cook on it today. I've already taken a few things down, but obviously I've still got to get a handful of stuff. I think I'm done painting for the day. I was gonna do a couple more small ones, like these little 2x2s, but I can't find anything that I'm really crazy about, so I don't know. I know I need to start cleaning up. So I ended up finishing this one, which I'm gonna keep. I'm not super happy with how it turned out. I might come back and touch it up a little bit eventually, but I just wanted to get the gist of it done up here. I love that picture from when I was up last year. It was a very good shot. And then of course I've got this one done for the firefighters. I think that looks very good. I'm glad that that turned out the way it did. I think they're gonna really enjoy that. Yeah, other than that, it's just gonna be a few more trips down to the truck to get things loaded up. I don't know if they're gonna do the lookout weather check. I'm the only one up anymore. Every other lookout has called off for the season, so I'm the only one up today. They might not even ask for the weather, just because it's not that necessary at this point. But yeah, at the very least, I've got a few more hours until I call out of service for the year, if not for the last time ever. Wild. Getting pretty close to finished up now. Only Only a couple more things that I've got to move down. Smaller things here and there, stuff that I don't want compressed under all of the crap that I've got down in the pickup. But slowly cleaning things off. I already cleaned off the desk. I put more stuff back on it, but the personal stuff I'll just be taking with me once I go down, but I want it where I'll be able to keep an eye on it. Next, I'm gonna clean off this countertop space, and then after that, it's gonna be the floor. The floor is very dirty, I already know that. I'll just do my best to sweep and kind of lightly mop up. But yeah, it's coming up fast. It's a little after 3 o'clock now, so I'll probably be out of here in a little over an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Well, I think it's as good as it's gonna get. Pretty well cleaned up. Still gotta take the trash out and everything. But bed's all ready. Floor's cleaned. Everything's all cleared out. Except very few things that I'll take on my last trip down. It's just after 16:30, 4:30. Usually they do the lookout check, but they were a little late with it yesterday since I was the only one left, and I don't know if they'll reach out to me first or if I'm gonna call them, tell them I'm going out of service first. So, yeah, this is just about it. Well, here we go. Wairika, or Mountain, Forest Tone 8.
Or Mountain, Wairika.
Or Mountain going out of service for the season, and Smith returning to Mount Hebron. Have a good winter.
For Mountain, return quarters, 1639. Thanks for all the help. Thanks for a good season.
Thank you, Smith. And that's it. I'm done. It was a really good season, but I think I'm ready for it to be done. It was good. But I really want to move on to other things now, so I think it's time. Yep, everything's shut down. All the gas is off to these. I'm gonna shut off the main down by the truck, but everything's defrosted and taken care of, cleaned up. The radio's still plugged in, but they'll take care of that a little bit later. They've still gotta batten down the hatches and everything else. But my work is done. It's been fun. It was another good season. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to visit someday. I want to come back and visit someday. Absolutely, I'd love to come back with other people or even just a trip by myself to visit this place again. It's meant a lot to me, but I definitely think the days of staffing it are over for me. I just hope whoever comes in to fill in does an even better job. The door's locked. It's all sealed up. So I get to take in the view around me one more time. Ah, man. I love when the shadow casts like that. Such a nice profile of my little slice of heaven. It was good. It was good. I tend to say, until we meet again, when I'm leaving, and it's true. I'll make my way back, even if it's just for a visit with someone else working here or it's shut down. Regardless, I know I'll be back. Hopefully I can just get up the road. But a lot of good memories up there. I think I should have appreciated this view a little bit more. It's kind of like the rock that I used to sit on out at Buckhorn. Just this nice little view. You can finally look down at Ore Lake and over to Shasta. I should have spent more time here, but it's all right. I'm here now. Time to lock up. Hopefully I'll be able to get past the gate the next time I come through here. But it's all secure for now. The crew will come by and fully shut it down sometime, probably soon, before snow really hits. But that's all for now. Time to go. There it is, glowing in the sunlight. I'll get back there someday. Just came up over the crest and I could see these shadows moving. Not dealing with this anymore, thankfully. Wouldn't that have been something to spend my last day heading back and I hit another cow? Yeah, I don't think so. Later.